WVUA News at 5 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Terry Brewer, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Coming up in home team weather, shower storms moved across much of the state during the day today, but shower storms started to decrease in coverage. But how long is the rain chance going to stick around? And how about that all-important weekend forecast weather straight ahead? Stick around.
Plus, we head to Greene County to check out Alabama's catfish farming industry in honor of National Catfish Month. Also, details on an internet scam targeting voters. We're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm John Huddleston. Terry Brewer's on assignment tonight. Topping the news this evening, a look at your weather. Most of the area saw rain this morning. I know at my house it absolutely poured. Heard it did here as well.
It was bumpy.
Yes.
When I was driving into work this morning. We have a live look for you over Bryant-Denny Stadium from our WVUA tower camera. Looks like it's a little bit clear out there now, but will we see any more rain tonight? And what about your weekend? Let's get a first check on your home team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Yeah, Lynn and John, good Thursday evening to you. A lot of rain out there, some much needed rain across much of the state. Still some rain happening on radar. All the activity now south. Tuscaloosa, in fact, still raining over much of Marengo County, over portions of Perry County, Bibb County, Chilton County, and Shelby County seeing some rain right now. Most of this activity starting to end, and the next hour or two will feature that, ending in the rain over the next couple of hours across our entire viewing area. More rain will likely develop later on tonight, so showers and storms not done with. We're going to expect at least more rain. Even tonight, the chance will be there, 77 by 10, 74 at midnight. Not all of us will see rain tonight, but better rain chances do arrive again on Friday. What about your Friday forecast, plus the latest on the tropics? Your forecast is coming up.
And all the rainy weather did not dampen the spirits of those coming into the Capstone.
Yeah, they turned out in droves today to get settled into their dorms. Today starts a 10-day move-in period for undergraduates. University of Alabama officials told us around 1,200 students were expected to make the move into residence halls. The Department of Housing expects about 8,000 students to move on to campus by the start of school. First day of fall class set for Wednesday, August 22nd.
Every minute counts when a disaster happens. That's why it's important for emergency response officials to have a plan in place. Today at the Tuscaloosa Local Emergency Planning Conference, about 50 participants reviewed the county's disaster preparedness plan. Those agencies included the Tuscaloosa County EMA, also the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Tuscaloosa County EMA Director David Harton told WVUA why it's important to teach disaster preparedness every single year.
You think everybody knows everything because, again, people change. You've got new members of departments, you've got people retiring, you've got other people coming in, the business side, you've got transfers.
Harton says this group meets each January and August. And speaking of August, August is National Catfish Month. Just when you thought August didn't have a holiday, it does.
Yes.
It's a time to honor all those across America that are catfish farming.
And you may not know that a majority of U.S. farm-raised catfish is produced on family-owned farms in the South, including right here in West Alabama. WVUA spent the day at Partlow Farms in Greene County. According to the manager of the catfish farm, Kent Holditch, their 1,100-acre farm is taken care of by 3 people, and they raise close to 2.5 million pounds of catfish per year. Holditch says maintaining the farm is a 24-hour job, but he doesn't like to look at it that way.
It's a lifestyle. If you look at it as a job, you wouldn't get up and go do it. I mean, you couldn't. And if your family didn't look at it as a lifestyle, you'd be divorced and your kids would be gone because there's no way they'd put up with it. It's a lifestyle and enjoy it.
We'll have much more on Partlow Farms coming up tonight on WVUA News at 6. Plus, we'll tell you why it's so important to know where the catfish you consume comes from.
On your election watch tonight, an online hoax targeting voters. The hoax claims voters need to re-register if they haven't voted since 2008. But according to Secretary of State Beth Chapman, the messages simply are not true. She says the hoax has been sent out through email and also posted on Facebook. Chapman says voters' names will be still on those voter lists regardless of whether they voted in past elections. She says federal law prohibits states from removing people from voter polls for failing to cast ballots. Bruno Supermarket is about to get a brand new name. The new owner of the former Birmingham-based grocery chain kicked off a rebranding campaign. Eventually, it will be converting all of its locations to Bell Foods. A manager at the Bruno's on McFarland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa told WVUA they're making plans to officially change their name to Bell Foods next month.
Well, if you thought last month was exceptionally hot, guess what? You were right. In fact, those temperatures set a record for the nation. July will go down as the hottest month ever on U.S. record. The latest monthly climate report says the 12-month period ending in July was the warmest recorded. And the latest drought monitor shows the number of areas affected by extreme or exceptional drought rose to more than 24%. As we have reported, economists say the drought could lead to higher food prices in the U.S., but now is affecting the cost of food around the world. According to the United Nations Monthly Food Price Index, the cost has gone up around 6%, with corn prices leading the way. Record heat has killed off much of the crop, and the Agricultural Department says more than half of all U.S. counties are in disaster zones.
If you've ever been concerned about cell phone radiation, listen to this. The government wants to raise radiation standards. The Government Accountability Office wants the Federal Communications Commission to raise limits by 20%. The reason? They say smartphone usage is dictating the request. Officials say people use cell phones in other capacities more now than ever, rather than just talking with phones next to their ear. According to the GAO, the highly enforced lower radiation limits limit cell phone function. Country music artist Randy Travis is grabbing the spotlight not for a new hit, but instead for an arrest.
Yeah, he was found lying in the road, naked and intoxicated. Never works out well. It happened late Tuesday in Sherman, Texas. Police say they found Travis lying nude in the road after a car crash. Travis was charged with DWI and felony retaliation after he allegedly threatened to fatally shoot state police. The former country superstar was released Wednesday morning. This is his second alcohol-related arrest this year. Travis has earned several awards throughout his career, including Academy of Country Music, Country Music Association, Grammys, and Gospel Music Association Dove Awards. Well, Lynn, you can attest to this next story. It seems like every time you go to the airport, there's a new hassle to slow you down.
I've had several of those
I know you have.
hassles at airports, and you may be surprised to find out one airline is now offering something to make your trip a little less complicated. Here's Sandra Endo.
After landing at Reagan National Airport, Dick Sebion isn't waiting for his checked golf bag. He's going straight to a business meeting.
Oh, I think it saves me time. Usually, like golf clubs are the last thing to come out with luggage, so I'd have to stand there and wait for the luggage. So it worked out nicely for me.
Instead, this carrier is picking up the bag for him and delivering it to his final destination. In this case, a golf course. It's a new luggage delivery service through American Airlines, which launched this week and is available in 200 airports across the country. But of course, it comes with a price.
My feeling was that $30 to get the clubs to the golf course without me having to take them myself was well worth it.
That fee is in addition to the airline's normal baggage charge. For the delivery, it costs an extra $29.95 for one bag, $39.95 for two, and $49.95 for 3 to 10 bags.
I would think that for busy people with a lot of luggage, it makes a lot of sense to do it. I just, more than anything, want to try it out to see how it works.
And so how has it been working?
Well, so far it's fine. I hope the clubs are there when I get there.
We absolutely do full tracking on the baggage from the time we pick it up from the carousel all the way to the time it's delivered. The customer will be able to see the driver's location on a map, as well as the driver's picture and the picture of their vehicle.
And here comes the courier with golf bag in hand, delivering it to the course.
10 miles from the airport, in the rain, and less than 2 hours later, Mr. Sabion's bag has arrived. Bags Incorporated is